What do you think of when you hear the word diversity? Perhaps you imagine all races being treated equally, all genders being accepted, people not being shamed for their disabilities. Or perhaps you envision a world where everyone is accepted for who they are. However, there is one form of diversity that is often misunderstood that I will speak about tonight because it's simply overlooked by most: neurodiversity. Now, you're probably wondering, what is neurodiversity? Well, the term was coined by Australian sociologist Judy Singer in 1998, but despite its simple origin, its meaning is greatly misunderstood. Neurodiversity is a broad idea that, in simple terms, means all people should be treated equally, no matter how differently their mind functions. There are two forms of neurodiversity: neurotypical and neurodivergent. A neurotypical mind is a neurotypical mind is one that is considered standard or normal. However, what differs from the norm is also hotly debated. Neurodivergence, on the other hand, is when someone's mind or pattern of thinking is considered outside of what is generally accepted as the norm. Now, the term neurodivergent and neurodiversity as a whole is most commonly associated with disorders such as autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, or dyslexia. While these are all valid examples, neurodivergence can also take the form of an exceptionally high IQ, being gifted in a certain subject, or even being abnormally social or asocial. The point is that you don't have to have a disability to be neurodivergent. Some people could even argue that everyone is neurodiverse due to everyone's minds being unique, but it is commonly accepted that 15 to 20% of people are neurodivergent in some way. Neurodivergent individuals are also often extremely talented in a particular subject, which means they can bring a lot to the table in a community. They can be math prodigies, exceptional artists, and inspiring leaders in their particular fields. For example, a distinctive trait for autism spectrum disorder is a fixation on a particular subject others may see as mundane. This enables individuals with ASD to develop deep passions for their interests and become experts in their studies. In fact, many great, well-known scientists are neurodivergent. Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, and even Isaac Newton were all thought to be on the spectrum. More modern examples of influential neurodivergent individuals would be Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and Mark Zuckerberg, who all own major tech companies. But while neurodivergent individuals are often intelligent, their social skills can be less profound than someone who is neurotypical, causing people to, fortunately, label them as weird or even incapable. Here's a list of neurodivergent celebrities. Right. Okay. Neurodivergence in some cases is considered a hidden disability. It is sometimes impossible to tell if someone is neurodivergent just by looking at them. Furthermore, in many cultures, it is considered taboo to be open about your differences. And even in more accepting places, treatment itself can be expensive, causing many neurodivergent people to remain unaware of why they are different. As a neurodivergent person myself, I have firsthand experience with some of the dysfunction faced by my demographic. For example, I'm diagnosed with dyspraxia, a neurological condition that causes low muscle tone. I also used to be a runner on the cross-country team. However, I was much slower than my peers. This led to one of the coaches accusing me of faking my inability to run, and it was impossible for me to convince them otherwise. So I had to get my parents involved. Do I blame the coach for this incident entirely? No, but this is just an example of how overlooked neurodivergence is despite its prevalence. So what can you do to help destigmatize neurodiversity and clear up all the misconceptions around it? Well, the best option is to bring awareness to anything is to simply speak up. The more neurodiversity is talked about, the more socially accepted it will become. If you suspect yourself or a loved one is neurodivergent, see a psychologist and get evaluated. If you know someone who is neurodivergent and insecure about their differences, simply talk to them and listen to what they have to say. There is a terrible stereotype that all neurodivergent people, especially those on the spectrum, are less capable than their peers. Not only is this extremely untrue, it is insulting to billions of people. There are highly successful individuals who are neurodivergent in some way, as I said before. Neurodivergent individuals can have a lot to offer if their ideas are heard. So be an ally, speak up, and learn more to help shatter this misconception. And remember to celebrate diversity. Takes 5 different fingers for one strong hand, after all. Neurodiversity is one of them. Thank you.